Hi, my name is Stacy Pagero,
And my name is Kimberly Vega.
and today we're going to discuss Sustainable Development Goal 16. SDG 16 is the idea to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. Our topic for this SDG is sex trafficking in Latin America, specifically in Mexico.
Due to the proximity of Mexico and the U.S. border, there are many more children and women being brought into the sex trafficking business, and it is known that Mexico is the main source for that business. The common victim profile are women between the ages of 20 and 50 years old, and for children, it's children between the ages of 6 and 18 years old. It can clearly be seen that majority of these victims are minors and their education levels are low. Due to the lack of education, they don't seem to understand the concept or the consequence of them getting involved with these people or just trying to come to America. These victims are come across as subjects to the drug traffickers instead of human beings, and their rights have been violated. Due to this tragedy, there have been many organizations and government agencies involved to try and help stop sex trafficking.
There are many challenges that these officials face, but the main challenge faced by officials trying to stop sex trafficking is corruption. Officials are letting themselves get controlled over their decisions from outside sources. This source is known to be the men involved in drug cartels. This article shown here is about 7 men who have been indicted on sex trafficking charges. These 7 men are part of an international organization that exploited women and children for more than a decade in Mexico and the United States. This issue is so significant to me, and it should be significant to the media because it is not shown enough light. The media disregards this issue, and instead of focusing on important issues like this and its relation to drug cartels in the United States, it focuses on making Latin American issues, specifically Latin American people, looked at as criminals. Sex trafficking business has been going on for an abundant amount of time. Put yourself in the perspective of these women and children. Imagine the continual threats of violence and other forms of coercion for 17 long-lasting years. I believe that these women and children deserve justice and that the sex trafficking business should be put at rest.
The article that I got to research was this one from The Guardian. Human trafficking tragedy. 9 die in sweltering Texas truck. So, this article talks about the death of these 9 people after they were crammed into a sweltering tractor trailer that was found parked outside of Walmart in the Texas midsummer heat. Based on initial interviews with survivors, more than 100 people have been packed into the back of the 18-wheeler at some point in its journey. Many of the victims looked to be in their 20s and 30s, and allegedly there was many school children involved. It makes me realize just how much of an impact this issue has on the everyday life of these people. These women and children should not have been in that truck in those circumstances. No person should be deprived of water and fresh air to breathe. The sex traffickers have a way of convincing people to follow their orders, and that has proven to cause great dangers to the lives of thousands of women and children.
Overall, these articles made us realize we need a solution to this problem as soon as possible, because these women and children deserve justice for these tragedies they are facing. The main resolution to this issue is to educate our society about this matter. No change will occur unless people know there's a problem in the first place. Many of the government officials disregard the subject because it is looked down upon by society, even though it is a grand issue.
Our laws and policies have to change. Specifically the process in which people are selected for their jobs, starting with more background checks. Border Patrol officers have let themselves get corrupted by the drug cartels and sex traffickers that offer grand sums of money in exchange for their passage into the United States. Lawyers should be appointed to these victims because not only do many lose their lives, they also never gain a certain innocence from their life again.